All right, then. Now, Transport Minister Frontiers Healthcare-Asiamah has told Parliament that the Ghana Airport Company Limited did not breach the procurement laws in awarding a contract to Frontiers Healthcare Limited to test for COVID-19 at the airport. The deal has come under intense scrutiny, with some civil society organizations and opposition MPs alleging corruption. The testing regime, although relaxed, is still being undertaken at the airport. Frontiers Healthcare-Asiamah explained to Parliament that the airport company complied fully with the procurement laws. But his answer did not satisfy MP for Tamale Central Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, who asked the original question. He called on the minister to present the contract between the airport company and Frontiers to Parliament. Parliamentary correspondent Kwekwa Sante has more. Right. Now, of course, we're going to bring you Kwekwa Sante's full coverage and update on what happened when the Minister for Transport was in Parliament to answer that urgent question. Of course, you will recall that the Frontiers deal came under intense criticism when it was found that the contract between the Ghana Airport Company and Frontiers resembled more a tenancy agreement than a contract spelling out the role that Frontiers is to play. There were details of a revenue split for the activity of Frontiers, but that again raised some questions which Parliament was seeking to get answers to. We are learning that the Transport Minister stated to Parliament that there was nothing wrong with the contract. It did not breach procurement rules. But of course, Mr. Murtala Mohammed, who is the Minority Chief Whip, wants details. He wants to see evidence of this. We have Kwekwa Sante joining us now. Kweku, thanks for your time.
Transport Minister Frontiers Healthcare-Asiamah, government did not breach any procurement laws when it went ahead to sign that contract with Frontiers Ghana Limited. Indeed, the contract came under intense criticism at the time from both civil society organizations and some political parties who raised those specific concerns about why government had to select only Frontiers Ghana Limited. Indeed, people have raised some specific concerns about corruption. Of course, they've not provided some evidence to back these claims that corruption is involved in this deal, but there are those who still believe that government should have come clean in terms of opening this process up to state institutions like Noguchi and the likes for them to implement the testing regime at the airport. The minister has been explaining that the Ghana Airport Company Limited completely followed or obeyed the public procurement laws when it decided that Frontiers Healthcare Services Limited was the best company to lead in this effort at testing at the airport. And so when this answer was provided in Parliament, Murtala Mohammed, Kojo, like you said, was not satisfied with the response that was given. He insisted that the company should have been opened up in terms of its funding for the public to be able to know how much they were making and how much the airport company was also making. We know that $150 was the charge when the testing airport at the company started. All these issues have become a bit murky because the answers were not given. And the Speaker of Parliament has now directed the minister to present documents of the specific contract that was signed between both the Ghana Airport Company Limited as well as the Frontiers Healthcare Services to Parliament next week. And so next week we are likely to see the copy of the document that was signed between these two entities. Because that is not the only issue that have come up in Parliament. McDonald's operation at the airport has also become a key issue with the Minister of Transport answering some questions. We know that just some months back, McDonald's Company Limited was cited for some breaches of regulatory issues at the Kotoka International Airport when it opened its Terminal 3 to start operating. And so you look at the issues that have come in now, the Transport Minister has been responding that although these specific breaches, they can confirm, they can also say that these breaches does not necessarily warrant sanctions. Indeed, the question stood in the name of the North Tongue MP, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, who was seeking to know that if procurement breaches has been established against the company, why have there been no sanctions against the company? But the minister, Frontiers-Asiamah, says that not all such sanctions should be proffered against the breaches that have been laid against McDan company. But we also know that Haruna Idrisu, the minority leader, raised concerns about McDan Aviation's indebtedness to the Ghana Airport Company Limited and when they are going to fulfill that obligation to the company. The minister explained that the company, both McDan Aviation and the Ghana Airport Company, had come to an agreement in terms of how they are going to pay this amount of money, and the project implementation is underway right about now, and they are satisfied with the kind of commitment that McDan has made to Parliament. Kojo.
Right, thank you, Kweku, for that update from Parliament regarding the urgent question that the Transport Minister was there to answer. And of course, we're hearing now that McDan Aviation, according to the Transport Minister, has, in collaboration with the Ghana Airport Company Limited, met all the requirements that were set for them to resume operations. So we will be awaiting the outcome of that. Listen, this is The Pulse. We're doing it for you. We're back with more after these.